Hey guys, it's Starkiller here with another video. In this video I'm going to be showing you all of my PSA Pokemon cards. Just thought it'd be, something interesting. I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I think I have a, decent enough collection to show off. This is a box to keep them all in. They're along with like ungraded cards like this. There's like a whole pile of ungraded stuff in there. So I'm going to try and put this in some kind of order. Maybe like sort of least, from least greatness to my sort of the best of my collection. I think we'll do it that way. I've got a nice stack here. So let's get into it. So first off, we have a Venomoth. So I'm sure some of you would have seen this card. It was the very first PSA card I got. I've only been collecting for about a year, so I think it's it's a decent collection for a year. I don't have a ton of cash to spill on this, so I have to pace myself. So PSA 7 Venomoth, my first ever PSA graded card. I got it for a decent deal. It was on an auction, so I just wanted to nab it up. So, pretty nice card. Next up we have Gyarados Reverse Legendary Collection. I really like this one. I got this on auction as well. All these I got on eBay. Well, most of them. So, got this on an auction as well, and what a beautiful card this is. I always like Legendary Collection. It's such a nice set. Beautiful reverse foil there. Really like this card. It's an 8. Here was the first ever PSA 10 I owned. Umbreon from Sun and Moon GX Collection box. Not exactly sure which box this was from, because it's from the Japanese set, but it's a 10 and it's a really nice card. I like this one. Really got that really cheap, that one. Next up we have Aerodactyl First Edition from Fossil. Another really nice card. Just a classic from the Fossil series. Always liked this card, and 1999, pretty old one, yeah, I got this for about 25 quid, so really nice deal as well on that. So moving on, we have a Feraligatr Prime Holo from Heart Gold Collection. It's first edition, another Japanese card. Not really sure which kind of promo this is, which collection box it exactly came from. Not too sure, but nice promo, and I got it cheap as well. Always looking for good deals out there. Next up we have a Machamp First Edition, the infamous First Edition, of course. Every Machamp was a First Edition from base sets, so it's not really valuable. Yeah, that's 5, yeah, just saw it and I, just wanted to get it. It was cheap, cheap as well. But I always liked Machamp. Back in the day I thought this card was super valuable because it was First Edition, and it was like the only base set holo I had, years ago. So brings back memories, that card. Next up we have a Dragon's Exalted card, one of my favorite sets. Definitely my favorite black and white set. I really like it. Yep, Dragon's Exalted Registeel EX Full Art. Definitely an old serial number, as you can see. Very old PSA case, but really nice card. I like this. Full arts from the black and white era were really nice. Has a nice shine to it. Not much lighting today, so apologies if it's not that bright. Next up we have a Electabuzz EX. I've been collecting the EXs for quite some time now. I have so many ungraded EXs that maybe I'll get graded sometime. In the near future, are some of my favorite cards in Pokemon. These, old school EX cards, the first EXs. You can tell the difference. There's 2 different sets of EXs. There's the old EXs where it's very small, and then the new ones where it's quite big. So this is an old school EX from Ruby and Sapphire, 2003. Nice card. I like all the old EXs. Definitely a collector of those cards. And we have another EX, but this one's quite special. It's a an off-center Altaria, if you can see the top to bottom. Very off-center, but special card because I think there's only 2 in existence from the last time I checked. So yeah, no, I paid £5 for this. £5 on an auction. So quite a unique card, very proud of that. So we have here another stack. A full art Lunala GX secret rare, or it's also known as a rainbow rare. Pulled this myself from a pack that was a gift, so this was completely free. Sent it off a few months ago, came back as a 10. So, you know, bit of history, pulled this myself. I knew this was going to get a 10 because it's absolutely flawless. I saw no imperfections at all. Even though PSA, you know, is a bit inconsistent at times, it did get a 10. I really believed in this one. So, beautiful card, love it. Very happy that that's a 10. So, really happy with that card. Next up, a Mewtwo I bought online. Send it off to get graded as well, and unfortunately it got a 5, but I don't really care because I love all the shadowless hollows. I think they're really special cards. They were only I believe the shadowless cards only had 1 print run, so in some ways they're rarer than first edition base set, or at least that's the way I see it. So you know, I didn't really pay much for it either, so this was very pleased with this as well. I thought I could have got a 7, honestly, but Shadowless Mewtwo, you can't really go wrong, can you? I really think the Shadowless Mewtwo is nicer than the regular base set Mewtwo. Moving on for a few more Shadowless cards. Another Shadowless Alakazam, and I think the Shadowless Hollow pattern is absolutely beautiful. There is a big difference between Shadowless and normal base set cards. This got a 6. Got this from the Netherlands on eBay. Shipping was quite quick as well, and the guy sells so much, so can't really go wrong with that either. And another Shadowless card, Shadowless Gyarados. I have quite a lot of Gyarados, as I realized. It's got a 6 as well. Just love the Shadowless cards, so don't really care what grade they're in, to be honest. Shadowless is a Shadowless, that's it. So now into some very interesting stuff. My Charizard, personal Charizard collection. It's Evolution Charizard. It's a PSA 7 only, unfortunately. I pulled this from a pack myself. It's off-center, but never got the off-center grade. Very disappointed in the grade this got, but you know, it's a Charizard. It's still pretty nice. You know, I'm excited tonight because I've got a tennis tournament. I'm playing my first round tonight, so pretty pumped up for that, you know. Anyway, very nice card here. Charizard Evolutions pre-release. You got these from pre-release kits, and it's an 8. So this is a very nice card indeed. Quite different from the Evolution's normal hollow. Of course, if it had a little staff in there, this would be worth maybe thousands. If it was certainly hundreds and hundreds if it was PSA 8 staff. I do want a staff Charizard, but it's too expensive. Too expensive. Maybe someday. Have to save up for that one. Next up, we do have a 10. You know, pretty much the same as this one. Except this one's Japanese, this one's English, but the Japanese cards from the newer sets are so much easier to get 10s from. Bought this online at a decent price as well, so very pleased with this. A 10, I can say I own a PSA 10 Charizard, and certainly that will go up in value in the future, I'm sure of that. Next up, one of my personal favorites, a Charizard reprint. As you can tell, it's, you know, based on the classic Charizard look. What a beautiful, not reprint, remake. I really like this one. Charizard Stormfront Secret Rare, PSA 8. Always a big fan of this card, and I always wanted this, so you know, it's good to have it. Moving on, a Japanese full art Charizard. from Wild Blaze, which, you know, us English will know as Flashfire. I believe the first ever full art Charizard. Beautiful card. Happy to own that one as well. Certainly not the last Charizard, the second last Charizard, but I'll leave the last one with some of the other better cards at the end of the video. Charizard base set PSA 6. I got this one quite recently. Always wanted a base set Charizard as well. Not really too bothered about the grade. A 6 is a good grade, and these always go up in value, so very nice buy. The classic OG Charizard. Now, this is my favorite cards and my most valuable cards in my collection so far. This is truly the best for last. This stack of cards here is the best I have. So I'm going in order of sort of like my favorites in this stack. First up we have a staff, as you can see the bottom left here. Same as the other Charizard Evolutions pre-release, but it's a staff. So little thing about this card, they were only giving out the staff of certain stores that did the events, the pre-release events for when Evolutions just before it came out. So quite a rare card. I have a personal history of this one. When I was in Chicago, so I live in Ireland, so you know it was quite a long trip. But when I was in Chicago, I found this little store, quite a good amount of Pokemon stuff, and it had a staff Gyarados. I think the last one they had. They did that pre-release event, so I bought this for about £60, like I don't know, $70, something like that. And it got a 9. I was shocked it got a 9 because it has a few things on the back. But yeah, this was in my PSA returns video. If you saw the last video, very pleased with this card. It's a beautiful card. And PSA 10 is at the minute it's worth over £1,000. This one considerably less because it's a 9, but still a beautiful card that I'm sure will go up in time. Next up we have a Kingdra Crystal type secret rare. Yeah, I love these Crystal secret rares. Some of my favorite secret rares in all of Pokemon. This was a PSA 3. You know, I did a video a while back saying about lower grades. You know, I'm not really fussed on what's, you know, a high grade, low grade. If it's a price that I can get it, like I wouldn't be able to afford the PSA 9 or 10 of this. It's too much. So, you know, if I love the card, I'll get it despite the grade. So, beautiful secret rare, this one. From 2003, Aquapolis. I really would like to get more of these crystal type cards. They're so nice. You guys would have seen this one recently, Shining Mewtwo. Got this from Chicago as well. It came back a 7. Definitely right on the money there. It is a 7 and it's beautiful. Next up, the Shining Magikarp, my favorite Shining card. Oh, well, my second favorite Shining card, you'll see. My favorite Shining card. Right next. You can probably see it on the right there. Yeah, fantastic card. I want to get Gyarados sometime as well. And my favorite Shining Pokemon card of all time, for me, is Shining Mew. It is a beautiful card. Look at this. The whole card is sparkling. I hope the camera can pick that up. It is such a beautiful card. From the Koro comic. It was in one of the editions back in 2001. So, you know, it's not a common card by any means, but you know, there's a few of them floating around, but they're still, you know, they're quite valuable. So definitely pick one up and see if you can get it graded, because it's such a beautiful card. I think a PSA 10 is worth around 400 at the minute. Yeah, what can you say? It's so nice. No English counterpart for this either, so it's quite unique. Definitely one of my all-time favorite cards. So now we are getting in. Well, we're already into the best stuff anyway, so let's just keep going. Suicune Gold Star. Yeah, I ended up paying only $50 for this. It was a long story, but because it didn't arrive in the mail and I got a refund, so you know, I ended up with a good deal somehow. This is a really nice card, PSA 9, my highest graded gold star card, my first ever gold star card. Always wanted a gold star. They keep getting up in value. They're so unique. The first cards where the Pokemon sort of comes out of the card, as you can see the feet there, coming out of the border of the card. They're not secret rares, but I think the chances of a gold star is 1 in 3 boxes. So cards that will never go down in value, that always keep climbing. This is the second gold star I have, Gyarados Gold Star. Beautiful, love it. Fire type, PSA 3, but it looks beautiful. Just a couple of creases that brought it down to that grade, but it's a really nice card. So that's my second ever gold star. Now, this card, Rayquaza Gold Star. I just got this today, and I was waiting for this to come in the mail so I could do this video. I will get more cards in the future, but this one I had to save up for. As you can see, it is banged up. It's got a big chunk missing from the card there. I think someone threw this, someone decided, you know, to have a bath and sort of have Rayquaza swim with them in the bath, because you can see the top there, it's completely drenched. How this got a 2, I don't know. It's definitely a it could have been a 1, but it's a 2. Guys, I mean, I saw this listed 2 nights ago on eBay, and it was like 20 viewed an hour, and yeah, it was over 100, but I had to pick it up. I just had to get it. I always wanted this gold star as well. One of the rarest gold stars you'll ever find. Rayquaza, shiny Rayquaza Gold Star. A beautiful card. I had to get this. This is the crown jewel in my collection, along with my final card, the 2 best for last, shadowless Charizard. The 2 favorite cards in my entire collection. Maybe that'll change if I get rarer ones in the future. I do like the Grand Party trophy card. I really want that sometime. Shadowless Charizard. It is a 3. I don't care. It was expensive and beautiful card. Wow. Shadowless Charizard. It's not first edition, but it's still such a rare card. So with further ado, I really hope you enjoyed my video. The rarest card, no, well, my entire PSA collection. I will love to do an update maybe next year as I get more cards, but you know, I need to definitely slowing down on them, because getting cards like this, you need to save up. It's a long video, so apologies. I hope you enjoyed. I love watching people's collections, so I hope you enjoyed watching my collection, and we'll do an update sometime in the future. So hope you enjoyed this video. Comment if you enjoyed it. We'll talk about, you know, your collections if you have PSA cards as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.